Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel like your body is a little bit older than it was the day before? The joints feel a bit stiff, and it takes a few moments to get them moving smoothly. Or maybe you've spent a lovely afternoon in the garden, only to find your legs feel heavy and tired for the rest of the day, as if you'd run a marathon. For many, it's the small things that signal a change. Perhaps it's needing to get up 2 or 3 times a night, disrupting that precious deep sleep. Or feeling a wave of fatigue wash over you after a simple trip to the grocery store, a task that used to be effortless. These aren't just random aches and pains, they are subtle messages from your body. In our modern world, we're often told this is just a normal part of slowing down. But what if it's not about slowing down, but about your body's vital energy running a little low? Traditional Chinese medicine has viewed this process not as an inevitable decline, but as a sign that our internal reserves need gentle and consistent replenishment. It's about learning to recharge our inner battery, not just accepting that it's losing its power. In traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, we look at aging through the lens of our body's core energies. Think of your health like heading to bank accounts. The first is your essence, or Jing. This is like your inherited savings account, a deep reserve of foundational energy you are born with. It fuels your growth, development, and long-term vitality. Throughout life, every major event, every late night, and every period of high stress makes a small withdrawal from this account. By the time we reach our 50 seconds and 60 seconds, this reserve is naturally lower. The second account is your vital energy, or Qi. This is your daily checking account. The energy you produce every day from the food you eat, the air you breathe, and the rest you get. When our daily energy production is strong, we don't need to dip into our precious savings account. However, if our digestion is weak or our sleep is poor, we start overdrawing from our deep reserves, which accelerates the aging process. This depletion shows up as weaker memory, lower stamina, and more aches and stiffness. Now, modern science is starting to understand this ancient wisdom in its own language. A recent comprehensive review of scientific studies has confirmed that the strategies used in TCM for thousands of years directly combat the very things modern medicine identifies as drivers of aging: cellular damage, chronic inflammation, and oxidative stress. The herbs, gentle exercises, and dietary therapies aren't just old folk remedies, they are powerful tools that help protect our cells, calm inflammation, and support the body's natural repair systems. They help us make better daily deposits into our energy account so we can preserve our foundational savings. Let's look at a familiar story. A gentleman in his late 60 seconds, let's call him Mr. David, came to see me. He was a retired teacher who loved his garden but found himself exhausted after just an hour of light work. His legs felt heavy, his lower back ached constantly, and his sleep was broken. He told me, "I feel like my get minus up minus and minus go has got up and gone." In TCM terms, his daily energy production was weak and his foundational battery was running low. We didn't do anything drastic. We started by making sure his meals were warm and cooked, avoiding cold salads and iced drinks which can amp the digestive fire. We added a simple, warming ginger and date tea to his morning routine. He also began a gentle 15-minute Qigong practice each day, focusing on slow, flowing movements to encourage energy circulation. After a few weeks, the first thing he noticed was better sleep. Soon after, his afternoon fatigue lessened. It took a few months, but eventually, he was back in his garden for hours at a time, feeling energized instead of drained. His story is a beautiful example of steady progress through consistent care. So, how can you start replenishing your own energy reserves? It's about making small, consistent adjustments in your daily life. Here are a few foundational strategies that can make a profound difference. First, let's talk about strengthening your digestive fire, what we call the spleen in TCM. Think of your digestive system as the kitchen stove of your body. If the flame is weak, you can't cook your food properly. No matter how nutritious the ingredients are, they won't be transformed into usable energy. When this system is weak, you might experience bloating after meals, loose stools, a feeling of heaviness, and persistent fatigue. To strengthen this internal fire, start by choosing warm, cooked foods. A bowl of warm oatmeal in the morning is far more nourishing than a cold smoothie for someone with a weak digestive system. Soups, stews, and steamed vegetables are your best friends. Also try adding a little fresh ginger to your cooking or as a tea. Ginger is like a gentle kindling for your digestive flame, helping it burn more brightly and efficiently. Next is the principle of warming your internal engine or nourishing your yang energy. Yang is the active, warm, dynamic energy in your body. As we age, this fire can naturally dim, leading to feeling cold, especially in the hands and feet, having low back pain, needing to urinate frequently at night, and a general lack of motivation. This is your body's core furnace running low on fuel. A simple and effective way to stoke this fire is a nightly foot soak. Before bed, fill a basin with hot water, deep enough to cover your ankles. You can add a handful of Epsom salts or a few slices of fresh ginger to enhance the warming effect. Soaking your feet for 15 to 20 minutes draws energy downward, warms the whole body, and helps prepare you for a deep, restorative sleep. It's a small ritual that tells your body it's time to rest and recharge. Third, we must ensure our body's systems are well-lubricated by nourishing what we call blood and yin. Think of yin as the cooling, moistening, and calming fluid in your body, the oil in your engine that prevents it from overheating. When yin is depleted, you might experience dry skin, dry eyes, night sweats, hot flashes, and a feeling of restlessness or anxiety, especially at night. Blood in TCM is a denser form of yin and nourishes everything from our muscles to our brain. To nourish both, focus on including deeply colored foods in your diet. Goji berries, blackberries, black beans, beets, and dark leafy greens are excellent choices. A handful of walnuts or black sesame seeds each day can also be wonderfully nourishing. These foods help to replenish the body's essential fluids, promoting better sleep and a calmer mind. Fourth, it's crucial to keep your energy moving smoothly. In TCM, we say that where there is stagnation, there is pain. When energy and blood get stuck, it can manifest as stiffness, sharp pains, irritability, and frustration. This is often unrelated to what we call liver key stagnation, which is like a traffic jam in your body's energy highway. The best way to break up this jam is gentle, flowing movement. You don't need intense exercise. A daily walk, especially in a natural setting like a park, is one of the best things you can do. Tai Chi and Taigam are also perfect because they combine gentle movement, deep breathing, and meaningful sense to systematically unblock stagnant energy, improve flexibility, and calm the nervous system. Even simple stretching when you first wake up can help get things flowing for the day ahead. Finally, let's not forget the importance of conserving your foundational energy, your essence. This is less about doing something and more about not doing too much. In our productivity-driven culture, we often push ourselves to the limit, but for those over 50, rest is not a luxury, it's a non-negotiable part of the health equation. This means protecting your sleep, learning to say no to excessive commitments, and allowing yourself moments of quiet stillness throughout the day. A simple way to do this is to practice mindful breathing. A few times a day, just stop what you're doing, close your eyes, and take 5 slow, deep breaths. This simple act takes your body from a state of stress to a state of repair, helping you conserve your precious foundational energy for the years to come. To make this even more practical, here are routines you can easily incorporate into your life. The first is a vitality tea to gently boost your energy and support your immune system. You will need a small handful of goji berries, about a teaspoon, and 3 to 5 thin slices of dried astragalus root. You can find astragalus root at most health food stores or online. Simply place the goji berries in astragalus slices in a mug. Pour boiling water over them, cover, and let them steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can sip this warm throughout the morning. This tea is wonderful for those who often feel a bit tired or seem to catch colds easily. It gently builds your protective energy without being overly stimulating like caffeine. However, if you are currently fighting a cold or flu, it's best to pause on the Astragalus until you're fully recovered. For most people, this is a very gentle and nourishing daily drink. After a week of drinking it, check in with yourself. Do you feel a little more resilient? Is your energy a bit more stable in the afternoon? The second routine is a simple nourishing black rice congee. Congee or rice porridge is a breakfast staple in TCM because it's incredibly easy to digest, warming, and deeply hydrating for the body. This version is especially good for building blood and nourishing the kidneys. You'll need about half a cup of black forbidden rice, a handful of walnuts, and 1 or 2 Chinese wheat dates, also known as jujubas. Rinse the rice and place it in a pot with about 6 to 8 times the amount of water. Add the walnuts and pitted wheat dates. Bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat to a low simmer and let it cook for at least an hour or until the rice is very soft and the mixture is creamy. You can make a larger batch and reheat it for a few mornings. This breakfast is perfect for those who tend to have a pale complexion, some dizziness or ice or lower back. It's like a warm hug for your insides. If you have a very weak digestion with a lot of bloating, you might start with plain white rice congee first, as it's even easier to digest. Listen to your body. A good congee should leave you feeling warm, satisfied, and light. One of the most important things to remember on this wellness journey is that your body is unique. It's common in community groups or on social media to hear about a friend who had amazing results with a certain herb or diet. It's natural to want to try it for yourself. But in TCM, we emphasize that one size never fits all. What works wonders for your neighbor, who may have a heightened excess condition, could be unhelpful or even counterproductive for you if your body has a cold and deficient pattern. It's like trying to wear someone else's prescription glasses. You might be able to see, but it won't be clear, and it might even give you a headache. True healing comes from understanding your own body's unique landscape and giving it what it specifically needs. Copying others without understanding your own pattern can often lead to frustration when you don't get the same results. So be curious, be observant of your own signals, and be patient with your process. Every small, consistent step you take is a quiet victory for your long-term health. The goal isn't to turn back the clock, but to fill your days with more vitality, clarity, and joy. It's about having the energy to play with your grandchildren, to enjoy your hobbies, and to wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. This ancient wisdom, now being eliminated by modern science, offers a pathway to aging with grace and strength. It empowers you to become an active participant in your own well-being. Please, send this to someone you care about who might need to hear this message. So many of us are dealing with these subtle signs and think we just have to live with them. Let's start a conversation about what it truly means to thrive in our later years. Have you experienced that feeling of heavy legs or morning stiffness? Share this with a friend who often feels tired, so they know they are not alone and that their body's signals are worth listening to. Comment below with the word balance, and I'll share another simple tip to help you feel more centered. Remember, taking care of yourself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to those who love you.